Do you know you can check your HIV status without visiting the hospital? Using the ORAQUICK HIV self-test kit, you can actually check your HIV status without visiting the hospital. Let me show you how. So, when you get the ORAQUICK HIV kit, you tear it open. So, inside this, you'll have a pouch that looks like this, right? So it has two pouches, this and this, and you'll also find a stand. So you'll find an instruction guide. Okay, it comes two of it. One is written in Pidgin, and the other one is written in English language. So the idea is to read the instruction thoroughly so that you are guided on the actual steps to take this test correctly. Now, there are about 11 steps outlined in that instruction guide to ensure that you are doing the test correctly. So you open it up and go through all the steps one after the other. Now, the instruction for use is very detailed and easy to follow. So you must follow the direction of the test carefully to get an accurate result, just like I've already mentioned. You would ensure that you have not eaten or drank anything for at least 15 minutes before you start this test. And you also ensure that you have not used any mouth cleaning agent 30 minutes before you take the test. And if you are already on HIV treatment, that is, you're taking your ARVs, you may get a false result. So the first step here is that you will need a timer. Anyhow you want to time yourself, ensure that you get a device to time yourself. It could be a wristwatch, it could be your phone or a clock. Then after that, you pick up the test kit. When you open up the pouch, you see a stand that looks like this. You will discover the use of this when we continue the video. So pick up the test kit, and it has two pouches like that. One of the pouch contains the test kit and the other contains the buffer. There's a mark there that helps you tear it up easily. So when you tear it open, you would find the buffer. The buffer is in a tube that looks like this. So ensure that you do not pour out any of that liquid. There's a liquid containing in that tube. Ensure that you don't spill it, and then you would remove the cover of that tube gently and then place it on the stand. Now, looking at that kit, you see that it has two pouches. One contains that tube, while the other contains, you can see the part that contains the tube and the one that contains the test kit. It has a pictorial description. Ensure you also look for the expiry date on this test tube to ensure that you are not using an expired one. So slip it into the stand like so, and the next thing, you tear open the test kit. Now, this is the test kit. Ensure that this area, you don't touch it, you don't allow it to be contaminated. Now, using the flat pad, you swipe your upper gum and your lower gum like so, and then make sure you don't touch it. Don't allow any part of that test kit to touch the ground or any parts. Then make sure there's a timer by your side. Open the test tube like that, where you have that liquid, and put that test kit all the way down to the bottom. Now you can start timing. It is expected that the reading should happen within 20 minutes. So you leave the test kit in there for 20 minutes before reading the result. And please do not read the result after 40 minutes. Don't read the result after 40 minutes. Go back to the instruction guide and you will see the area where we have interpretation of results. And you must take this interpretation in a well-lit room. Make sure there is enough light source when you are taking the result. So the test result is positive if there are two complete lines. Even if the line is faint, it means you may be positive and you may need to seek additional testing. Then the test result is negative if you see just one line on the part lettered C and there is no line lettered. So if this test comes out negative and you think you have been exposed to HIV, please retake the test in 3 months. Then for invalid, you would notice that there will be no line next to the C even when there is a line next to T, or a red background will make it impossible to read the test result. And this simply means that the test did not read and it's not working and should be repeated. And you will need to obtain another test. You would have to visit the healthcare facility at this point to do so. And if at any point you are unsure of the result, kindly visit the nearest healthcare center close to you to have a proper test done for yourself. So the outcome of this test result after I had waited for 20 minutes was negative. So thank you for watching. Please consider subscribing to this channel, and until next time, bye for now.